Hello everyone and welcome. So we are on our day 22 math video and it's going to be our second day of working with length. So yesterday we talked about estimating lengths based on comparing them to other things using benchmarks. Today we are just working straightforward on length with some word problems. So make sure to complete the solve and share before watching this video any further because we are going to start by going over it. So our solve and share questions is a box holds 20 pens. Each pen is 5 inches long. If the pens are lined up end to end, how long will the line of pens be? So let's pop over here. So we have our 20 pens and they're each 5 inches long. So right here, these two marks, it's the quotation mark looking symbol, but it tells us right there inches. So this means the same thing as inches. So we're trying to find how long the line is. So the total length, we're looking for our total. This total word's cueing us in, so we are going to be multiplying to find this out. So in multiplying, we're going to be multiplying 20 times 5. 20 times 5. And a little trick is to think about what first 2 times 5 is. So 2 times 5 is going to give us 10, and then we're going to add that 0 back to the end for 100. So how long is our line? Our line is going to be 100 inches. Now we're going to go into our guided practice. So before we go into these 3 problems and I model those, let's talk through units of length. So we did this a little bit yesterday, but this is a little guide or cheat sheet for you to look back at. So 1 foot is going to be equal to 12 inches. 3 feet will be equal to 1 yard, or 36 inches. 1 mile is equal to 1,760 yards, and 1 mile is also equal to 5,280 feet. So that's kind of how all of those are going to connect together, and it's just a good thing for you to have in the back of your mind while you are solving that. So let's go ahead and start by looking at number 1. A box holds 30 pencils. Each pencil is 6 inches long. The pencils are lined up end to end. How long is the line of pencils in inches if 3 pencils are removed before the line is measured? So I transferred all my information to my whiteboard. I'm going to start by finding the total length of all of the pencils, which is 30 times 6. Again, as I did in my last problem, I'm going to start with these two, multiply them together to give me 18, and bring my 0 down for 180. Next, I need to factor in that 3 pencils were removed from the line. And if each pencil is 6 inches, that's going to be 6 times 3, which gives me 18. So I have 180 minus 18. I can't subtract 0 minus 8, so I need to regroup. This 8 will become a 7, and the 0 will become a 10. 10 minus 8 gives me 2, 7 minus 1 gives me 6, and 1 minus 0 gives me 1. So the total line is 162 inches. Number 2. Last year, April was 43 inches tall. This year, she is 46 inches tall. How much did she grow? So I have my measurements now, and I'm trying to figure out how much did April grow, which tells me I'm trying to find the difference between these numbers. So I'm going to subtract 46 minus 43. When I subtract 6 minus 3, I get 3. 4 minus 4 gives me 0. So in the past year, April grew 3 inches. Number 3, A cake with 5 layers is 40 inches thick. How thick is a cake with 3 layers? So, knowing that a cake with 5 layers is 40 inches, we need to figure out how much is 1 layer. That's our unknown that we need to solve. So, I can start by taking my 40 and dividing it by 5 to figure out what my 1 layer is. So 40 divided by 5 will give me 8. So 1 layer is equal to 8 inches. Now I need to make a cake that's thick, that's 3 layers thick. So I'm going to do my 8 and multiply it by 3. 8 times 3 gives me 24. 24 inches. So how thick is a cake with 3 layers? It is going to be 24 inches thick. It's your turn to try your independent practice questions. Make sure to read the problems closely and use cues as a strategy. You can circle your key info, underline the question, box your math action, eliminate unnecessary info, and solve. Try using some paper or a whiteboard, whatever you have at home, to help you work these problems out. Good luck!